Fat testing Six Flags over Texas. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. Fat testing El Sombrero here at Six Flags over Texas. It has a very curved, slanted seat. All right, so you see, let's just step up. So the bar did not come down normally, so I did stand up to try to see if I could get it under my gut. All right, so I got it. What I did was I had stood up and put my stuff gut under it. So you see. It looks like I did fit by doing that. By just trying to pull it down, it was definitely not going to work. So I did fit on El Sombrero. It was not very comfortable, and it goes up and backwards and down. So I got a little nauseous doing it. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but it does pass the fat test. Adios, amigos, which I believe means on to the next one. One change since I was here last time, just so you guys know, is that this circular ride, I don't remember what it's called, is now being replaced. It's closed, will soon be demolished or moved. And this ride over here, which was kind of a free sleigh ride with a sled, one of the few in the countries, is now closed and being replaced. I haven't gone to their Hurricane Harbor yet, but it does look like Hurricane Harbor Arlington is expanding. El Soradero is closed for the season, but I did fat test this one in the other video. You'll see it later, and just found out this is the first log flume ride ever in the country. Fat testing the Texas Giant here at Six Flags over Texas. The original Texas Giant opened in 1990 and reopened as the new Texas Giant in 2011. It used to be the tallest and fastest wooden roller coaster in the world. Before I get in it, there's lights down there. They're a little hard to see, but let's see, where does it turn green? Oh, and it has a beep. That's good. The beep is nice. That's very loud, though. It's going to bring you a lot of attention. It does have the crotch knob there that's going to cause pain for every man that tries to ride this. So it looks like we're definitely not getting it here. I think we're quite a ways off from it. Don't know when this opened. I think this is fairly new, but it's the Dino Off-Road Adventures. Also, I love the sensory guide here. Fat testing the Dino Off-Road Adventure here at Six Flags over Texas. Thank you. So it's just one long bench seat, well, two long bench seats, and then a buckle, and the buckle has a lot of room. You could fit somebody really tiny beside you, but probably better if they ride on their own. I love what they did here. They took this old-timey ride that probably didn't have much going on, and then they just added these dinosaur animatronics to call it a Dino Off-Road Adventure. By the way, here's the seat belt. Tons of room left over. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. We made it. I like that they decorated the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are ready for Christmas. There's the oil derrick. Apparently it's closed for the season, unfortunately. I like your bow. Yeah. Okay, this is great. Santa T-Rex. You're quite the angel. Looks like we have a little bit of a hold up getting back, but we have these cute little dinos to check out. Dino Off-Road Adventure passes the fat test. On to the next one. One thing I love about Six Flags is they have all the DC stuff, and I'm a big Superman fan, so I always just want to buy all the merch. They have the rainbow Batman. That's a lot of fun. That's a deep cut. Dude, their prices are not terrible. This is a $20 shirt. Fat testing boot scooting here at Six Flags Over Texas. 36 inches to ride alone, or you can drive with an adult. It's like it's like the bouncing ride Flying Elephants at Dollywood, but much, much, much smaller. So these things have definitely seen better days. This may have opened with the park, but it's one decent step up. I had a kid try to jump in the one I was looking at. So when I step on it, it feels like it's pulling down a lot. It's going to be a little bit of a deep step up. All right, so it did buckle. Looks like I'll be fine in it. I don't necessarily recommend this thing for folks, and you're not going to get your kid in here with you. So you could ride it, but you'd have to ride it separately from your kid. So it did work. The funny thing is, it was me and like a bunch of like 4 to 7 year old girls in the ride. So I was like, this is so weird. But I do it for you guys, especially for you parents that want to know what you can ride with your kids. And this one, you probably have to ride separate from your kids, but it does pass the fat test. On to the next one. So I have a 2-meal deal where I get 2 meals every time I'm in a Six Flags park. And it's a season pass kind of thing, add-on, and I can either get the giant dog or the chili cheese dog. We'll see what I get. I forgot I was supposed to film a review, so that's what's left of the hot dog. It comes with cheese, ranch, and bacon. The weenie is clearly overcooked, but it's okay because with everything on it, you can't taste it anyway. It comes with regular fries, but the good thing is there's so many toppings. It gives you extra toppings for the fries. Bacon, cheese, and ranch are fantastic for that, but love it. Actually, one of the better meals I've had at a Six Flags because it's kind of hard to mess up a hot dog. Hamburgers get messed up all the time. I think hot dogs are easy, simple options. Apparently, to get to Titan, you have to go through the picnic pavilions. It's a little confusing. Fat testing Titan here at Six Flags Over Texas. I don't see a test seat, but I'm not sure if I'm near the opening or not because there's another ride right here. So there's a scrambler ride, but I don't think that's okay. That is definitely, it's called Sidewinder. That hasn't been in operation for a very long time. That is not a thing. By the way, if I mentioned, it is just a beautiful fall day. Lockers over here, still no test seat. Apparently this ride does not have a test seat, which is a first here. They usually are pretty good about it. Good thing is there's no real lines today. 48-inch height requirement. There are stairs to get up here. Looks like it has a seat belt and a bar to come down. The bar goes over your legs. Did confirm all the seats are the same size. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I was planning on doing the test seat. Didn't think I'd fit on this. I don't know if I will or not yet. But I just ate a hot dog too. I was gonna wait a little. I figured I'll come test this and move on. Now I guess I gotta ride it. Either way, if I fit, so we don't know. Alright. Well, it looks like I got saved. The seatbelt was way off. It was nowhere near close. They should really have a test seat on this ride. I don't know why they don't. But yeah, that one definitely failed the fat test. It's cool. They have what they call a low sensory zone. So you can just chill out with a waterfall. You watched my interview with the IBCCES lady, available on YouTube. You will have seen this is part of the certification they're doing and what they're recommending for theme parks. Testing Pirates of the Spelunker Caves here at Six Flags Over Texas. I have absolutely no idea what this ride is. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's one of those little pew-pew games, but there's no all riders welcome, so let's try it out. It's one giant bench seat. No restraints. Like this is going to be a slow boat ride. I don't know what else is going to happen. We're going to check it out. They asked me to ride in the back, so it is tilted up, which is kind of funny. It's decorated for Christmas and with they have. That's hilarious.
We'll take the next ownership, Captain, by Davy Jones himself. Set a course to the stormy night.
Oh. Here's a Santa hat. Oh, there you are.
Look here, Bella!
That one's kind of terrifying. I think this is their version of Monster Mansion. This is cute. I don't know what the storyline is at all. Whatever these things are, they're now with the pirates. The very scary looking pirate. Welcome to Speeville. This is a fever dream ride. What's going on with this poor guy? Are they torturing the pirates? What? I started that ride much like I ended it, having absolutely no idea what was going on. Passed the fat test, so have a spectacular day. On to the next one. Testing the rodeo here at Six Flags Over Texas. Here's what the seats look like. Looks like it's one long bar coming over two seats with their crotch nozzles in the middle of them. Pretty funny. I just looked up the Sidewinder ride that we passed earlier, and it says it's a 2-minute wait. I'm like, if they can rebuild that fast. Moderate ride, 54 inches to ride by yourself, 48 inches if you want to ride with an adult. And the right one, because some of them are going to be a little bit higher steps than the other one, based on this ride, in my opinion. It's over my stomach, but it looks like it's going to have to fit into that spot down there. Let's see if I can make it work. I just have to click into that part right there. and unfortunately it did not click. Extremely close, and the seatbelt did work, but it did, at the end of the day, not pass the fat test. But again, it's so close. The go-karts, like most Six Flags, but they are also an upsell. Fat testing Shockwave here at Six Flags over Texas. There's a little picnic area under this too. Let's see if I'll fit. I don't see a test seat. Looks like a pretty intense old roller coaster. The ADA and Flash Pass entrance have stairs, and so this is also the exit. But for some reason, the entrance does not have stairs, it's ramps. It looks like this is the spare car. There's goes around your legs, and there's a seat belt, individual seat belts. It's kind of in a rush, so I didn't really get to film it, but the seat belt was not going to work, and I was trying to let the next person in line go ahead and get on so I didn't hold them up. So unfortunately, Shockwave fails the fat test. On to the next one. Roaring Rapids is unfortunately closed for the season, so I'm not going to be able to fat test it, but I will tell you that I've never had a problem with a water ride at any theme park so far. Fat testing Kador Lake Barge here at Six Flags over Texas. We said the center one actually is more loose than this one, but I don't want to cause trouble for anybody else, so I'm just going to do this one. He recommended fitting one of the center ones. It's a little looser. That's another one where I had to put it under my gut to kind of fit on it, so it was really tight and uncomfortable, but I was able to fit, and because it was a large bench seat, you could have fit a couple other people beside me, and it definitely passed the fat test. On to the next one. Fat testing Superman Tower of Power here at Six Flags over Texas. Unfortunately, it looks like this is another one without a test seat. Oh, it's not even happening. I guess it's over. I'm watching these kids tease these teenagers. It was really funny. All right, as you can see, it's got a seat belt that goes across, and then a seat belt that connects to your overhead shoulder. Plus, it's a little bit off the ground, so you gotta hop into it. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, it didn't matter. The seat's too small. I'm not even getting in the seat. Unfortunately, I couldn't even get in the seat. I knew it'd be hard to do anything with that one, but yeah, it's very tight seat. The rest of it was gonna be very unlikely anyway, so I'm a long ways off from that one. Unfortunately, Superman Tower of Power fails the fat test. On to the next one. As a big Superman fan, I really appreciate these. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna throw in the video, all the rides from the first time I came here, the ones that we did the first time. We finished all the ones I didn't get to. And shout out to all of you that buy the guides, such as this one that's below, all the resources, the guides available for all the other parks. You help make all of this possible, or becoming a Patreon member. So thank you so much to our Patreons. Thank you to the people that check out the guides, and thank you to all of you that watch and consistently. Now here, let's go back in time to the first time I was here at Six Flags over Texas to finish up this fat test. Is the test seat. You have to get that to light green. Let's see how far down it has to go. That is hot. There it is. Oh, so it's green. That's how much room you have. Now you have to hop up into this thing. I can barely get my gut under it. I don't think it's going to work. This is where it's at on me. There you go. And yep, it did not turn green. Aquaman fails the fat test. The Hall of Justice here at Centennial Park. Oh yeah.
Argus. The RTVs are self-guiding hovercrafts, so you can focus on blasting the bad guys without worrying about where you're going. We will handle all of the navigation from the Hall of Justice.
Oh, please work.
Copy that, Superman. Where are you?
I'm in front of the gate. Luther's been building Lexington.
Yeah, can I just film the seat?
I've seen some suspicious activity.
There we go.
Pink and Horse, the kryptonite powered force. Lex is also blocked by X-ray vision around the walls of the same
Wow. It wasn't me. Don't allow you to film on the ride, obviously, but I did fit. It passes the fat test, and it was a fun ride. But I will say, there's a lot of like slow moments where there's not music or anything. It's just kind of the scene ends. I think that's something they could really fix with that. For the seat, it only had to come down as far as it could, and you know, it's just kind of a moving chair like this. If you've ridden Men in Black or Spider-Man at Universal Studios, it's very similar to that. Let's note on that, it's really hard to tell what the targets are. I didn't know exactly what I was supposed to be shooting. And it's all screens. There's some really cool animatronics. I don't think you shoot at them, but there is a really cool Joker animatronic in there. And even if you just don't want to ride the ride, the cyborg is really cool. We're fat testing Pandemonium here at Six Flags over Texas. Here we go. All right, I fit in the seat. Let's see. So I thought I made it, but they said they needed 4 or 5 more inches. So that one is going off on its own. Pandemonium fails the fat test. Pandemonium is tricky because it actually locks in place. It doesn't have to go that far down, but for them to let you go, it has to go down past a certain point on the seat, and I was about 4 to 5 inches from that, and it's hard to tell with that. The Pew Pew Slinger, because social media is weird and you can't say certain words. The fat testing the Pew Pew Slinger here at Six Flags over Texas. This is the swing ride here. See why it's called that. This ride was actually introduced in 1983. It goes about 10 miles per hour and lasts about 1 minute and 40 seconds. You do have a minimum height requirement of 42 inches. All right, here's the seat. This one is different. It has this right here. It goes from the bottom.
Please watch your step as you board the ride, and once seated, please buckle your safety belt. For your safety, please do not kick or grab other seats during the ride. Such behavior can seated. Hold on tight and enjoy the view.
Antes de abordar, por favor, seguro de todos los elementos sueltos y asegurarse de que cumplen todos nuestros.
In the seat fine, but the straps around here to go around your chest did not work. So unfortunately, the Pew Pew Slinger fails the fat test. Testing the mini mine train, wilder than a half acre of snakes. So it's pretty low to the ground either way. There's a seatbelt and a lap bar. Seatbelt and the bar went down. Not a ton of room, and you have to motion your legs to get under here. So far a fit. Let's see how it goes. The mini mine train is very, it's not a lot of drops. It's very mild, except it's very jerky. It's meant to stimulate those bigger mine train rides. So, but it does pass the fat test. Testing the Runaway mine train, wilder than an acre of snakes here at Six Flags over Texas. The seats are divided, no seatbelt on this one.
Damn. They don't make these very big, do they?
No, that's what I do as our fat test rides, actually. Okay, so this does not come down. They have to release it. My legs do fit under here. That's okay, man. And that's why I test it. So these all go down at once. That's interesting. So these only go down as far as the largest person in the vehicle because it's all connected to one lever. There it goes without me. The Runaway mine train will run away without me. It fails the fat test. Testing Judge Roy Scream here at Six Flags over Texas. So the seatbelt worked. Let's see if this will. Well, yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to fit anyway, so. Oh. I'm good? Nice. I was not expecting to fit. All right, good. But I do have to put my phone away. We're back after the ride. So that is mainly a bunch of hills. It was fun, but it was very, very rough ride. It's like that end of Slinky Dog, but very rough. Like it's an old wooden roller coaster. You know what I mean? Like, woo! I am shaking. But it passed the Riddler's Revenge here at Six Flags over Texas. Does not have a test seat out front. This is the same ride as the Joker in San Antonio, Six Flags Fiesta. But so I didn't fit on that one. Let's see how this one goes.
We're gonna have to shut down, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right when I don't know if you guys could hear that, but just as I was getting on, someone did throw up. I did test the seat. Unfortunately, it did not pass the fat test, but I did fit in that one better than I fit in the Joker at the one at Testing Catwoman Whip. Here's the seat. Let's see if I can get in it.
5, 4, 3, 2,
all right. I'll pull down on the lap bar. She said it multiple times. But I fit. Let's see if I fit. I don't know. It's not gonna work. It's right there. I'm too fat. Now I gotta wait on them to release it. I don't like these for that reason. That woman whip was a close one, but it did not pass the fat test. Joker here at Six Flags over Texas. Joker here is the Batman at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. And there is a test seat. You just have to be able to buckle it. Oh, that is hot. So when you're sitting down, I recommend pulling this up as you're sitting down. An assistant for this one. Yep, how far?
It wouldn't fit. No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Alrighty, well I appreciate you anyway.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Unfortunately, the Joker fails the fat test. Testing the Batwing at Six Flags over Texas. This is a Dumbo style ride, which I think this is great theming for one of these. I noticed that the entrances are a little bit hard to find here sometimes. Here we go. Okay. Thank you, buddy. This belt is a little bit tight, but I do fit, and the seat is so hot. Oh my gosh. I am burning. So it may have melted my snowballs, but it passed the fat test. Mr. Freeze at Six Flags over Texas, the coolest coaster on the planet.
There's someone there placing your row. Please be aware that they are there for a reason and we will get shown the next train.
This has to go down there, and that's not going to work. It's okay. Weird loading situation. That's why I couldn't really film all of it. Unfortunately, so it goes down on the side, and yeah, I could not get it to buckle, and I did not pass the fat test. Testing Batman the Ride here at Six Flags over Texas. Batmobile here. Unfortunately, I don't see a test seat anywhere. I have a bigger seat here. It's the one with the two. Yeah, so doesn't look like that's gonna work either, guys. Actually, that feels further off than the other one. Fortunately, the Batman is not penguin size friendly. The Batman fails the fat test. If you're riding on it, make sure to ask. There is an extra plus size row or seat available, so make sure to check and ask for that. It didn't help me, but maybe it'll help you. I'm ready to get out of Gotham. It has been here for way too long and I am miserable hot. I want to get to another section of the park. Also, I really wish some of Mr. Freeze and Batman had, and the Riddler and Catwoman all need test seats. So just something to think about, Six Flags. Listening to Texas SkyScreamer.
Bags, backpacks,
Here it is. There's a belt
no recording, nothing in your hands,
across and this here.
Texas.
Fortunately, I cannot get that going. There's the belt. I can't really see it either. But that's going to be a no. The Texas SkyScreamer does not pass the fat test. Time to fat test Runaway Mountain. I was hoping this was a water ride. Here we go. Put your legs down there. All right, it stopped. We'll see if that has to come down lower. Where we're at now. I don't know if they have to push it down further or not. Let's see. Oh, we're good. All right. I'll see you guys after the ride, I guess. A lot of fun. So I did fit. It's completely indoors and completely black. If you've ever done like the Space Mountain Halloween overlay, where it's just pitch black, it's that, but it's a much faster roller coaster. It's actually not as jerky and much more comfortable than Space Mountain. So that's a win. Runaway Mountain passes the fat test. La Fiesta de Asis, which I believe means the party of the cups. Anyway, it's a teacup ride here at Six Flags over Texas. These teacups are made to look like 12 oversized Mexican pottery cups. It's located in the Spain area of the park, and you have to be 42 inches tall to ride. And the ride lasts about 1 minute and 30 seconds. These are actually really pretty cups. All right, this will be my cup. And I fit. No belts, anything. We are good to go. The other teacups at Disney, these are just one big bench. Very thankful they're in the shade right now. A lot of room here. The ones at Disney, at least when I started doing this, my gut was like right here. I'm not sure if that's because I've lost weight or if that is because this is just bigger. Is a little small, but no real problems. Testing Conquistador here at Six Flags over Texas. Conquistador is a flying Spanish ship. This ride opened in 1981 and lasts about 3 minutes long. You have to be 42 inches tall to ride. The ship does arc 180 degrees. Conquistador. If you go up to the tallest one on these, you tend to get the most bang for your buck. It comes down as far as it comes down, it seems like. Looks like we're good to go. It looks like. Let's ride. Fat testing the log ride. Here's the boat. Just one long bench seat. I know, I'm just filming the seat. I help big people travel, so I always test the seats. Kind of fell back into this. All right. Yep. Hoping to get wetter on that ride. Unfortunately, I barely did. My feet did, which felt good. But getting in and out of it's tough, but it's a fun ride. I love log rides. I've typically found water rides tend to be fairly fat friendly, and it passed the fat test.